Mental health is important. If you are experiencing any level of mental distress or unease, please seek professional help. Therapists and psychiatrists are there to provide a safe and reliable space to process stress and difficult situations through various methods. They are there to provide preventative and post-care for such things. If you are experiencing a situation that requires immediate or emergency attention, please check the links below for crisis and emergency options. You can also find links below to charities that help children in need. Any help you can provide would be appreciated. Our social media, Ko-Fi, Throne, and Discord server are linked below as well. The Discord is a community gaming space with a completely optional section for Dungeons and Moogles.
And I actually forgot to check to see if Power Word Meal is still going, but it probably is. So go over there. If you can afford even as little as 80 cents, you can help feed children in need and get some awesome D&D related homebrew stuff as well. So go check that out. It would be a big thing if you were able to donate. That being said, let's actually start the D&D now. So, last session ended up being completely and absolutely your 4 days of long rest, which we have not quite fully completed yet. You all got a chance to sit down, kind of start to get to know Geraldine a little more, ask questions of each other. Of everything that happened, the most important a couple of things would be that Rath handed the Tales of book for himself to Geraldine so she could go through it. And it was only a brief go through to kind of pick up main plot points, which is essentially a recap of the Highroad and the events of this campaign so far that I am still working on writing for David at the moment. And the next big thing was Tempest handed over a Tales of book, most of which we'll be getting into here in this session for what Geraldine found in there. There was also a little bit of contact made involving the witch's head and some information that was gleaned from the fact that she was trying to become a demon, and that is why she was working with them way back at the beginning of the campaign, or working with them as in the demon that had stolen the child's skin. So we've gone through 3 days of rest, and as you all are starting the 4th day, you notice that Pius is currently immobile. His lights are on, and they are still their normal light blue color, but he seems to be very deep within himself and not responding to any of you at this time. So Twilight and Tempest had a little moment because, well, it started with Twilight trying to get Rath to give her the Pipe of Remembrance. She was too stoned. He said no. He went off to hide. Twilight went looking and eventually sobered up in the process. Tempest decided to go for a walk in her wolf form, which looks like a hellhound. To which Twilight, freaking out, used the jewelry of sending they have, trying to get help. And eventually she started taunting this hellhound that she did not know was Tempest, until Tempest snuck up on her, threatening her if she ever tried to insult her again. Rath finished up with his I don't remember which book it was. It's one of the stat increasing books. Had a conversation with Patches to get a couple scrolls of Featherfall for him to drop out of the tree he was in, as well as a ring for Geraldine to contact Patches. Then back at the fortress, Geraldine's finishing up with reading the Tales of book up to the point where the Highroad story started for Tempest. And Tempest approached from the forest. Geraldine asked for a hug, and Tempest allowed it. And that is where we are currently.
I unlock you from my weird, strange hug, and I said, "Shall we sit down for a moment?"
Yeah, sure, like out here in the fortress.
It's a little bit personal, maybe. You want everyone to hear, or maybe just be me and you?
I mean, I don't mind either way. I'm pretty sure everyone knows most of the things about me. Unless it's something really personal.
It's about what we discussed.
Fair. How about we just go over there for now? Not too far away.
Lead the way. I just follow.
Rath, this is when you kind of come up back to the fortress, and you see the two of them wandering off away from the fortress at the moment.
Just cocks his head curiously, looks around, and assuming I don't see anyone else besides these two as they're walking off, he'll hold out his hand, and Calm slithers out from beneath his robe, or his clothing on his arm. Maybe you should go keep an eye. And he'll hold his hand up, and Calm will fly out from under it and try and just keep an aerial eye on them, too, as Rath heads back towards the fortress.
Is Calm going to try to be stealthy about it in any way?
Yeah, sure. As much as he can be. We'll just stay to the heights and things.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check real quick then for him.
It's +5. Where's
Wow.
It's a natural play.
Yeah. we got a natural one that still won the contested roll, and then we got a natural 20 for the night. That is amazing odds. So Tempest, Geraldine, the two of you don't really notice Calm kind of following the two of you.
Plus, we are. I don't think any of us are looking around, to make sure no one is looking. We are just chatting. I don't think this. We are not actively searching, I think. At least not.
Yeah.
And Clay's just on my shoulder, so they're not going to be up there noticing.
So Geraldine follow you and look for a stump to, crouch on, still waiting for you to sit down, and she will start to speak her usual way, very slowly, not softening what she has to say. I spent most of my existence studying death. It frightens everyone else, and I found it fascinating. But you're different. You frighten it. I look at you carefully, making sure that my words are reaching the meaning behind it is clear.
She very much hears you loud and clear. And it looks like Tempest is trying to hold in a bit of a chuckle, as if like it's a joke or something. When you say that, it fears me.
Let me explain something. You believe you were shaped by the cruelty of your past. Do you survive because you were strong or angry or maybe just lucky? And that is partially true. I kind of try to reach out, but without touching you. The goddess of death does not choose the kind. She, I will say, chose the necessary. And your life has been an interrupted series of violations against the natural order of things.
That's one way to put it.
From children murdered to death, delay it, force it, kind of weaponize it. Your family treats so like property and endings like inconvenience. Those are not crimes against people alone, Tempest. Those are crimes against the cycle itself.
Are you
And
trying to say the actions of everything up till now? Like when I was younger, it was a sense of violation?
you were marked very early, and I wanted to say because you were special, but I'm afraid it's not the reason. You were marked because your soul could endure what most of would be shattered. That dreams, the fragment, the timing. You think about them as an accident, you are mistaken. They were est.
Her face gets a little more serious in the moment.
I
I was never supposed to exist. Everything was just torture, pain. I had no choice.
My hand just cup around your cheek, trying to be gentle, even with my sharp claw can really hurt you if I want, right? I just gently cup it there with this cold touch. I'm sorry, Tempest, but death noticed you because you kept standing, but you should have not survived. Because you killed when killing was just required, or because you hesitated with mercy mattered, because you did not become a monster when you have every reason and, let's say, excuses to do so. You are not sorry. Yes.
I mean, there was that night. I would say I turned into a monster just for that moment.
It was a choice, or it was a breaking point, or something, like I said, a test.
All I ever wanted was just to be accepted, to prove that I have some value and worth.
Yeah, understandable. Everyone was that. You don't enjoy violence. You apply it when it's necessary. You understand its cost. That's probably one of the reasons you're being chosen. Champions of death are not executioner, like a lot of people think. They are correctors.
I never wanted to kill because I wanted to. I mean, yeah, that part's pretty clear.
Yet they were pushing to doing it over and over and over. And think about your weapon there. It looks like a symbol of death itself. If you remove it, put it there on the side, what's left? You, and you are the symbol.
I mean, yeah, it's like, I'm just me.
You know,
This weapon, honestly, I don't even remember when I started using this kind of weapon. I just know that I trained so much in the beginning with it. It just became natural.
make it easier to fulfill your purpose. Tempest, I'm not saying you need to accept this. I don't think it will make your life easier. It will make it just more clearer. My eyes are locking to yours.
Maybe it could make my life more easier. But at the end of the day, I think the only thing that'll actually put me at ease will be to kill one specific person. The only one that I ever truly wanted to erase from this world.
What's gonna happen when that is done? You will feel empty without purpose.
No,
It will be like that. I'm sure of it. If you decide to accept this is what I think will happen. You will be drawn to places where endings are stolen. You will feel the anger when the cycle is broken somewhere. You will be asked to sever things others are too afraid to touch. And unfortunately, you will never again to be able to pretend you did not see it. However, if you refuse, if you push these things away, I don't think nothing will really change. You will lie, you will fight. I look towards the castle. Maybe we will love. You will survive. If you really accept it, you probably will become the end and ensure that no one else is forced to live the way you did. Because at the end of the day, Tempest, death doesn't demand worship, it demands honesty. It doesn't lie to you, it doesn't sugarcoat it. It's the only truth in the world. And between me and you never lie to yourself about what the world is, and how dark and cold and death can be.
You made me realize something. Sure, things could be changed in the end when it's all said and done, but I don't know what it's like to not fight, to not survive. I never even thought about what would be of everything else that I have. That one didn't come through.
Do you allow me to take your hand?
Yeah, it is shaky though.
I cup it between mine. I gently make it close to my chest, close to my collarbone, slightly above where my heart is supposed to be. You don't feel nothing except cold touch. That is what means to be not alive. Emptiness. So maybe it's true. You always fight. You always have a purpose. You always go one step closer and closer and closer. But at least you feel. And I let you go.
She kind of just sits there, kind of staring at the ground, like she's deeply thinking, or processing fully what you just said. Am I even doing the right thing right now?
What do you mean the right thing?
I have my goals and objectives. I know what I want to do.
Yes.
I thought I was alone for so long and yet found people, and yet
Yeah.
I'm pulling them into this madness. And I never even considered what the outcome could be.
You're really
I'd-
responsible for their choices.
Truthfully, no, but I do feel there's a risk in losing the few things that I've actually managed to obtain in my life.
Swore to fight for them, right?
Hey, yeah,
I decided to study these things not because you just ask, but my own volitions. And I think Rath is... I cannot say if he's in love or not, but I see how he looks at you. And he is willing to follow you to the pit of hell if it makes you happy. So now we made our choices. We just need to make yours.
I need to see everything through. I can't stop the path that I'm on, but when it's all said and done, it doesn't have to actually end at that point.
Said,
When it's
it's a cycle, my little one. A cycle. There's no end in it.
when it's all said and done, as far as the cycle of life goes, I'll probably end up dying long before anyone else here.
Beat you to it. I chuckled.
All right. I looked at my life coming up to this point as nothing but torture and a test, but I gotta make the most of what I have and accept any of the responsibilities that fall upon me. I found a purpose. It's not where I thought it would be, but I wouldn't change it for any other thing.
Tempest, it's not easy to find your true purpose in life and to have a path in front of you. And compared to others, you can grab it and make it yours.
You see her pull out that dagger, and she holds the hilt of it tightly, and she looks at it. It's all because of this stupid thing. But this thing, it's gonna allow a lot to happen, a lot of change, a lot of acceptance. I think I'm gonna have to really, really think on all this stuff.
Sorry if my conclusion are not sugar-coated. I prefer truth.
There's been so many lies in my life. The truth is much appreciated. I'm tired of so much internal expectation, and so much of it I don't even understand why. But at least you're honest. If only these voices could be honest.
I can tell you this. I'm not very fond of my, I will say, about the voice in my head. They are truthful, and I at least appreciate that. Maybe next time you should require the same honesty. Because as I said, death shouldn't lie, or if it's not death at all.
You're right. You could tell she's doing some deep thinking, kind of reflecting on stuff in memory. Because she's had a lot of internal talks with things that go beyond her understanding.
And a lot of thought that I know about, because most of them are written down in your book, so I understand your internal struggle probably more than anyone else in the team. Maybe Rath knows quite a lot about it. Geraldine is not a warm presence, sure, but you can tell she's trying to easy the blow. to make sure that you don't feel completely alone in this situation right now. And after a little bit that you're standing there and, that you stay there and without saying nothing, without asking this time, she will gently try to wrap a arm around you or put her big hand on your shoulder, and just stay there without saying nothing.
Rath, I have a question for you. Have you spent any of your time using the familiar ability to see and hear through
This whole
comms?
time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to know if you were literally 100% aware of everything then.
Yeah. He's been watching.
For being a naughty guy, you don't spy on your girlfriend.
All right, no time to sulk. You know you can see her eyes wet, watery heat. But she still tries to put up that front to stay strong. Well, let me rephrase. Her one eye is watery and wet.
Fair enough. Geraldine, just going to squeeze your shoulder. You're a strong little one. The kind of strength that comes from resilience. And that will make you really special. He let you go, stand up, towering against over the scene, and just being there if you want her there.
Thanks, Geraldine. I'm glad someone was able to talk to me about that kind of stuff. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take a few moments with myself, and then I'll be right in.
Of course, the one, my precious little one, I will leave you alone. And to answer your silly remark of before, I know I wasn't a test. I have some hypotheses that later on along the road I would like to discuss with you and test with you. I'm not finished to help.
Okay.
I will do it on your own pace. And I start to walk away.
As you start to walk away, there's a pop or a snap from the woods as Calm pops out of existence, essentially. Almost like the sound of a branch breaking.
I
turn my attention to that direction.
Yeah, I immediately turn into that direction with suspicious eyes, but not seeing anything. I will just walking back towards the keep, the little castle.
And I'm going to start walking in that direction and kind of meet Geraldine a little bit in. Excuse me. I thought Tempest would be with you on your way back. Could you point me in her direction?
And I roll an insight check on this.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Geraldine is like, what? What do you mean?
There's no fucking way.
So 14 insight versus...
My deception was another natural 20 for 27.
Okay. Geraldine is like, of course. She's that way.
Thank you very much.
Just one thing. Be close to her right now.
Is everything okay?
I hope so. And Geraldine will just go back into the keep.
As you get past him, by the way, and he'll dig in his pocket for a second, produce a ring. This is for you. A gift from a friend back in Pallet. Welcome.
Later. We have all day. Oh.
Just saying you might want to get used to it, and he'll flip it like a coin out of his finger towards you and start walking off.
Just grab it me there, and I
So
put it in my shoulder.
what you notice about this ring just initially is it's as a whole just like a plain silver band. You can feel the magic in it, of course, but the inside is etched with runes that you've never seen before.
At the moment, Geraldine is more worried that Rath and Tempest are going to have a chat and etc. So she is going to grab it, feel what you said, put it into the satchel, and later on, when they are back and everything is all right, I will probably ask more about it.
Rat's just walking away, waving over his shoulder.
So
And
Twilight,
Go try and...
you should be back at the Instant Fortress by now. What are you doing though? You basically didn't see or know of anything the rest of everyone's been doing.
She is let's see. Nobody's there, right?
There's Pius, who is currently not doing anything, Captain, and the Hermit, and your cat, of course.
She's gonna bond with her cat. Just start petting the thing.
So your cat kind of, if you're sitting, will climb in and kind of curl up on your lap, start, baking bread, kneading dough. Wow, brain function.
Straight to the oven.
Straight to the oven with cat.
Maybe by the way I smell.
The cat likes you, so it is tolerating the smell. This is the first time you've seen your cat, though, during this long rest. You're not sure where it's been hiding, or why.
As soon as you speak with animals.
Okay, what do you say?
Is everything okay? Do you know something that I don't know?
So the cat initially kind of looks up at you and kind of blinks with confusion because it's the first time proper communication between the two of you has happened. So it's a little unsure what's going on. It's The new friend is weird, like a ghost or something. They're not people.
She's just gonna try to console it and think, okay, this is a bad idea. Communicating with animals is gonna make my cat scared of me. So might as well just kind of slowly, gradually into it. So she just starts petting with it and playing with it like nothing happened.
Okay. Tempest, for that moment you're alone, what are you trying to do?
Chikara's just sitting there. Is it a clear night sky?
Yes, it is a clear night sky.
Yeah, so she's just sitting there, looking up at whatever the moon's at right now, and kind of letting her thoughts linger over her past life and what led her to this moment.
Okay. So, Rath, when you come up on her, you notice she's deep in thought.
As you're pondering whether you're paying attention to your surroundings or not, Rath walks up slowly, and there's an obvious like change in wind direction, if there is any wind, as he approaches. It's quiet out here.
It is. I'm not surprised you came out here.
Well, you were out here, so thought why not?
Is it?
He'll walk up next to you and kind of just look at you from the side. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I have a lot of things to think of, just to really understand where I'm going with my life. But I'd say it's pretty good on the path that I'm taking currently.
Good. Glad to be a part of it. Kind of turn and look towards the fortress. Geraldine had something they wanted to talk to you about?
They read my book all my life. They wanted to address a few things. And I turned to face Rath.
Looks down from the stars at this point, faces you, and everything's okay between you, the two of you.
I'd say she made me think on some deep thoughts. Things in my past. You guys, all of you, before I met you, your mission was just to clear the Highroad, right?
I don't think that was ever just my mission. In fact, I don't think that was my mission at all. More of a tool to get me on the path. Got more important things to worry about now. Kind of brush one of his claws across your cheek as he says it.
She grabs that hand gently. Are all of you actually okay seeing this through with actually fighting the Kindhurst? Putting our lives at risk like this?
Yeah, I'm not sure as much about some of the others. Curious to know what Geraldine would say about it, for sure, but I think Pius would follow, and I don't think it would take much to convince Twilight.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
But as
Everything
far
that
as...
led me.
Go ahead.
Everything that's led me to this point, I have to ask myself, am I a survivor, a fighter, a venturer? Like, it all comes down to the fact that I don't know what's going to happen after this is all said and done.
He squeezes your hand. You're putting a lot of labels on something that doesn't need any. You're Tempest. You're many things, but essentially you're just you. I have, as far as I know, a very long life to look forward to, and intend to make everything mean something up until whenever the end comes around.
I just hope that end is not for a long, long time.
I just hope you're there to see it.
And hopefully I don't let everyone down. I have my own goals, but it seems that there are also others that expect greater things from me.
Who expect something greater than completely taking down one of the largest families of wealth and power in the land?
I know that's my goal. I know there's more forces that are more interested in this dagger. Death is keeping an eye on me, expecting hopefully great things as I journey alone.
I've already done great things. I'm sure Ferodi won't be disappointed. You've seen what the others are like. They watch us just as much, I can tell you. They surround us in every moment. Rath kind of breaks eye contact and looks around. Are there any... We're in the mountains, right?
Yes.
Are there any, like, small cliffs high up within, like, 1,500 feet? Like a ledge, rather, excuse me.
Let's roll a D100 and see if there are.
Like an overlook?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I'd
just
say
a
there's
small
probably a
ledge.
solid, 60% chance. I just need to actually roll it.
You find a ski lift.
If the die rolls a 1, there's a ski lift.
Oh, let's hope for a 1.
Wow.
No, there's no cliff nearby. Not within 1,500 feet at least.
Damn, we're on the smooth side.
Sorry, that was my daughter. Okay. I'll turn back to you. You want to get away for a night?
She kind of just stares at first, just like processing what you just said. And she just nods, affirming yes.
I'm gonna start walking, take her hand and just start walking off, looking for just a ledge high up somewhere that'll be within 1,500 feet of us. Or
Okay.
like a large tree or something, just anywhere we can just get up and off the ground with enough space for us to be.
You're
if
able to
worse
find a
comes to-
tree.
As he spots this area, he'll shift his hand and wrap it around your side. Hold on tight, and he'll take out a staff with a large gem on it and kind of tap it against the ground, and 2 like bubbles of energy shoot out, one going beneath our feet and the other going up to this location, and we kind of fall for a second before we land, and we're standing up there with a portal to where we were down beneath us. I'm sorry I've been distracted since we made camp, and I wanted to make it up to you.
I wouldn't say it was that bad. We've all
Hmm.
had really crazy things happening.
Yeah, and then I went and stuck my snout in a book for 4 days. As far as would I follow you, Tempest, I would set the rain on fire to make sure that you were safe. There's nothing I would not accomplish for that. Do you believe in destiny at all?
I do.
And I've closed both portals at this point, and he's taken out his book, and he's starting to draw a little bit with chalk on the bits of the tree that he can, and he's casting Liamon's tiny hut as a ritual as they're talking.
Okay.
Do you think destiny brought us to where we are now?
Honestly, I have no doubts that it did. Too many pieces had to fall into place for the roads to lead to where they are now.
It sure feels that way, doesn't it? And yet, whenever you look back and look at all the choices you've made and what they could have been different, where they could have brought you then, do you wonder if free will trumps it?
Yeah, I defied what I thought was my fate. But I'm sure destiny leads you to where it's meant to be.
Maybe destiny is just more like a river flowing. There's channels off of it, channels back onto it. But what side of the river you're floating on, where you go, might truly be up to you. I think destiny brought us all together, and I think our choices are going to be what pulls us through.
Yep.
And I choose to be by your side, and I hope you would choose the same for me.
I don't think I'd want any other outcome when it's all over.
But one day we'll set up the instant fortress, and it'll never leave again.
Yeah, and it'll be wherever we choose to put it, right?
Of course, we can finally put furniture in it, and then it'll just be us, peaceful, for however long we decide to stay there. And as he says that, he's going to lean in and kiss you. And unless there's anything else you had to say, I think we could fade to black there if you want.
Yeah, totally.
Fade to black. Return to the other side. Geraldine, when
Yes.
you get back over to the instant fortress, you notice pretty immediately that Twilight's sitting there petting her cat, which up to this point you haven't seen, but you did see those paw prints back in Willowdale.
Yeah, I remember them. And if you remember, my eyes light up when I saw them. So, almost feeling an impulse, I will try to get closer with my hand outstretched, like I want to touch it.
Twilight, you can see Geraldine approaching. The cat seems to have nodded off into nap state.
With my wild shape, it's a short rest or is it a long rest? I think it's a short, right?
Yeah, you get him back on a short rest. You also have all of them right now anyways, so...
I do. She's gonna
Yeah, you have
turn
both
into
uses.
she's gonna turn into like a not like a tiger or anything, but like kind of like a sphinx. So it's
Mhm.
like a lot bigger than a house cat.
Okay, Geraldine will kind of be perplexed between targets right now. It's like I go for the nice, cute little thingsy, or I go for the big, fluffy one. I say,
She's guarding the cat.
So when you shift, that causes the cat to drop a few inches because it was on your lap. So when it hits the ground, it kind of like pops up, startled away, and it looks up at you first, Twilight, not knowing it's you. And you can see it start to skitter backwards, and as it turns, it sees you, Geraldine. And there's this moment of hesitation and what should I do, as if it's stuck between two monsters that are ready to eat it. But ultimately, it runs over and kind of like tries to bury itself between your legs, Geraldine.
Geraldine is like make a little squeal sound, like and just gently with one of her fingers try to gently pat his head, like it's the most delicate things in the world.
Twilight notices it and she's all like, okay. So she kind of turns back into human form.
Do I need to do an animal handling check, or does the cat react nicely
Yeah,
to
go
it?
ahead and give me an animal handling check to see if it stays with you or goes back to Twilight when she reverts forms.
Fair enough.
Man,
Of
I
course
should have did that. Oh, I should have did the animal handling check. Too late now.
It's okay. Geraldine will be probably devastated if it goes away from her, but maybe I'm lucky.
So it does kind of turn and notices Twilight, but ultimately kind of like stays there more out of curiosity than appreciation. Like it's finally willing to be near you enough to like get your sense and be like, okay, so this isn't an enemy.
And I gently pet him once, twice, and I let it go because, as usual, feline, especially cats, they don't like too much of attention. They come to you when you kind of ignore them. When they establish you are not a threat. So Geraldine, knowing this, she will just stand up and look at Twilight, smile, and head inside, even if she really wants to take the kitty.
She kind of just lets the cat like make its own choice.
You all notice, the two of you notice at this point, you can smell food. But it's almost like an instant, like there was no smell and now you can smell it. As you hear the hermit's voice and kind of like some dishes, plates and such kind of clattering on each other.
Oh, we made dinner for everybody.
Sorry, Jess, could you repeat that because it came out really broken? I barely heard it. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Oh, you're all back. Made dinner for everybody. Scrambled eggs, toast, and beans.
I look
Beans?
at this entity that I still trying to slowly figure it out. I thank you. Twilight will enjoy it very much. And
The hermit's kind of like not sure how to respond.
you're gonna just stare, look at him, try to understand what it is. I'm mostly curious, and I'm analyzing movement, facial expression, age, and other things like this. Just very for someone that is not used to it, it can look a little bit rude. I'm literally staring without any, not even blinking.
I notices this, and she kind of taps her shoulders. That it's not polite to stare.
And the hermit doesn't seem to notice as he's trying to set up all the dishes and, prepare for everyone to eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right, Twilight. It doesn't seem to mind. And I keep going until I'm satisfied, at least for now.
As you watch him, he seems to move pretty naturally for, people in general. And some of his movements are a little awkward because he doesn't seem to be very practiced with setting up a dinner table and putting out plates. This seems to be a fairly new concept for him. But outside of the awkwardness of that, he's very natural in his movements. He looks like he's somewhere around his 80s. Overall, he's fairly normal build for a newbie. The human race in Maluviette.
Yeah.
And the most distinguishing thing about him is his muscle tone. He seems to be very fit, despite being not extremely, but kind of lanky. And all of it's really noticeable because he's essentially wearing just tattered rags. They cover up all the naughty bits and such, but there's tons of holes, and they're fraying at the ends. His shirt doesn't even cover both nipples, just one.
Mm-hmm.
And his hair is a clean white. There's no color left in it from whatever it was in his youth.
Okay. Geraldine will go through her satchel. And, when you have a lot of time on your hand and nothing else to do except existing, you pick up odd habits and maybe some other things. And she's always good with her hand and such. So she take out a little kit that she used to repair her own clothes. And when he's going to sit down, or is going to stay still even for a moment, she will sit down behind him and start to mend without saying nothing to him, without even asking.
So he finishes setting the table and goes to sit down, and he doesn't necessarily look around before he speaks.
So when are Rath and Tempest going to come back? Do you know? Do you know where they are?
Yeah. Do you know where they are?
I can make a wild guess.
Wait, I don't know that they took off, huh?
Yeah, but they are not
No.
here.
Beats the shit out of me then. I have no idea. Let's get drunk and have a party.
Answering to him, I can make a wild guess. They need some alone time. And I keep amending those little patches here and there.
So when you say they need alone time, he kind of nods and is not getting necessarily what you meant by alone time, but at least getting that without everyone else.
Geraldine doesn't immediately, try to imply anything with that sentence. They just need to be alone. She doesn't, as I said, she doesn't get intimacy in that way. It's just, she's studying it. She knows what it is. After probably a weird attempt in her younghood, just decided to, no, it's not for me. Plus, she was kind of never very lucky with, I would say, opposite sex.
All right.
That's not the point right now. Does him seems to be minding the fact that I'm doing this mending on his...
No. He does nothing in reaction. He kind of just lets you do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight, are you sitting down and eating?
She's kind of looking at the meal. Like, what the hell is this?
So
She's about ready to summon Patches and ask for a big nice bottle of alcohol. Not the 10,000, but a big nice one.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly plain meal. I mean, it's just plain scrambled eggs, toast, and some baked beans. You're not sure where he got the idea to make this particular meal, but he did. And as is normal when you think about summoning patches, you feel this like warm breath on the back of your neck. And Geraldine, you can see behind her as this kind of blue shimmering light forms into an astral projection of a fairly tall man. He's kind of lanky, bald. If you know Dark Souls, it's Patches from Dark Souls. You can also look up a picture of him to get a good idea of what he looks like.
So, you just want alcohol this time? No lollipops for the little girl?
Yes, I want lollipops. Yes, a big giant one. Yeah.
I think I can handle both of those. Let's see. 10 gold for the liquor, and
rainbow lollipops. You know, the big lollipop that's like fucking humongous. That's what I want.
Okay, so 10 gold for that bottle of liquor, and let's see. I think 5 gold should suffice for the lollipop.
10 gold? That's not gonna get me drunk. That's not even gonna get me halfway drunk.
You may have a tolerance for intoxicants of the smokable variety, but trust me, this alcohol is amongst the top shelf finest when it comes to non-magical liquors.
I'll give you 20.
He kind of nods. And oh god, my throat tonight. And you see him do the normal. And Geraldine, for you, this is new. He seems to like reach down, like he's grabbing things from underneath the counter. And when he pulls it back up, he's got 2 bottles of liquor in one hand, holding them kind of between his fingers. They're both like the 1.5 liters, 1.5 liter bottles. And in the other one, he's got this giant lollipop. The stick is like 3 feet long, and the lollipop itself is like 2 feet wide, full circle. So it's the same dimension all around.
Geraldine will just observe him, very curious, a little bit, not suspicious, but try to understand who he is and what his role here.
Thank you, shopkeep.
So as you put your hands out to take it, Geraldine, what you see is the items go from this like astral projection. They transform into physical objects that are actually there in Twilight's hands. And Patches kind of turns towards you, and you see him walk towards you.
Oh, did Rath give you that little gift for me by chance?
Geraldine just put her hand inside the satchel and gently put the ring on the table. Sorry, we are not being introduced. And I gently push it towards him.
My apologies. Where are my manners? You can call me Patches. All of your new comrades have one of those rings. It's a simple magic tool. It lets you communicate with me, and I am a shopkeep who happens to be able to procure pretty much anything you would like. Some one-of-a-kind items might be difficult for me. You just need to wear the ring, and if you happen to think of something you want to buy and have the intent, I'll appear. With some exceptions. Dangerous places or situations I choose to avoid.
Oh, you have an idea of what you get into before you get hit, actually, with us.
I try to do that every day, but he doesn't follow suit. And instead I get stuck with lollipops and I'm not sure about this alcohol, but yeah.
Twilight's a bit of a handful, and honestly, since I only appear as an astral projection, I'm safe from everything. I just think it would be a bad idea if you happen to be deep in discussion with me and something snuck up on you in the process.
Is that a suggestion?
Can you repeat that one for me?
Geraldine asking is that is a kind of a suggestion. She is implying something.
The road you travel is quite dangerous, and it only gets more dangerous the closer you get to Eldwin. I happen to know a lot more that I'm willing to part with for free. Knowledge is just as important as any sword or armor you may use in your travels.
Knowledge is power. You don't share knowledge freely. However, yes, thank you. I will use it if I strictly necessary. And I put it back into the satchel. Last person that gave Geraldine something for free take a lot from her, so she's not very trustworthy right now, especially for people that she doesn't know and seems to have a lot of power.
Caution is an interesting trait to have. It can assist you, but it can also paralyze you in moments when you need to act. Don't worry. I know what I get out of this. The more you purchase from me, the more coin I have to do as I need to. Think of that ring as an investment on my part. I've already acquired quite a few interesting baubles from the rest of them. And I've also acquired a fair bit of coin from them as well. Plus, I won't keep this a secret from you. The rest of them already know. I'm quite adept at keeping watch of you, even when you don't call me. I like to know what's going on with my investments, to make sure that they grow.
And when you watch someone, if
I
they
have a
wear, or say if they don't wear your ring.
I'll leave that part a secret. You have an inquisitive mind. I'm sure you'll figure it out sooner or later.
I squeeze my eyes just for a bit. I smile. Thank you. It's all for now. I do not require your service.
Then until you do, I bid you adieu.
And you see him shimmer away and disappear.
With all of that being said,
Yes.
Twilight is going to actually I'm getting my word. I am so sorry. I'm getting tongue tied tonight. What is it when like you want to check for poison? Like if she's not unsure about what she was handed.
So there's the spell detect poison, but Twilight would be well aware that alcohol itself is a poison. Anything you do to try figuring out if it's a poison will come back that it is indeed a poison.
There's something else though, like kind of she wants to know exactly what she was given.
I mean, when you look at the bottle, it's essentially just a high class, well, both the bottles, they're a high class brand of brandy. Like, you've seen the brand on shelves in the few stores you happen to have been in the past.
Come on, let's. I'm sensing a drinking contest.
You wanna drink against me?
Yes.
You wanna lose, my dear?
Say that again.
Do you really wanna lose, my dear?
Yeah, no, let's. I will not lose on this. I guarantee it.
There, let's start.
How much do you want to bet?
Geraldine put down 50 gold.
She'll double it.
100 gold it is.
Come on. And then she kind of waves over to the hermit. Come on, how much you gonna put in? And who you betting on?
Oh, I don't have any money to bet, but if I had to choose, I would say it's Geraldine that wins.
You saved me. How could you go against me?
Twilight, I have seen you so intoxicated that you passed out and woke up thinking you were a professional basketball player. I know that you have limits.
But my alcohol content has gotten stronger. Let's do this. She opens the. She just gives you one.
Geraldine will start to drink and not feeling anything.
Twilight, how much do you take down on your first drink?
Let's see. How much did you take down?
Geraldine, technically speaking, doesn't need to breathe, so she can literally gulp down an entire bottle without even stop. But she will just do a quarter.
So you do 1/4. I'll do 1/5.
Okay.
A little bit less?
Yeah.
All right, Twilight, I want you to roll a Constitution save just to determine how bad the effects are.
Constitution save. Okay.
So if I remember correctly, you're immune to the poison condition, aren't you, Geraldine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm an undead. Poison don't affect me because I'm immune to poison condition and poison damage.
All right, 23 Twilight's not too bad. But by the time you pull the bottle away from your mouth, your throat burns really bad and you immediately begin to gag, and you're trying to fight back the urge to vomit, which you do succeed at that part at least. But in the process, you're not focusing and your head starts to spin and you kind of just fall back and fall unconscious. If you read the bottle, you would notice that it is 130 proof alcohol. You basically just took 12 shots of Everclear in a single breath.
Me or Geraldine?
You.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I basically passed out?
Yep, it went straight to your head.
How much did I need to pass?
There was no passing.
Oh shit.
Geraldine will close the bottle, put it on the side, take the other one from Twilight's hand, also put it on the side, lift Twilight, and bring her to bed, putting the 100 gold that she put on the table back into her pocket. Take her, and just start whistling, and just to keep mending this guy's clothing without a care in the world, because she cannot ever be drunk and never feel it.
See? I knew it. I knew you'd beat her.
I look at the guy and said, now that we are kind of alone, you say that you are been alone for a long time, been alive for a long time. How much do you know about supernatural entities and such like?
Well, I don't really know much of anything, really. I was an orphan on the streets, never had a chance for an education. And then I've spent most of my several hundred years living in a cave. But Jessica is in my head, and she knows basically everything. So occasionally, her knowledge will come through.
You have another one of those voices in your head. Jessica, you said? Interesting. Okay, so I have a question for Jessica, if you don't mind. I keep bending.
Well, I can't really contact her when I want. Unlike everybody else, she tries to keep out of everything. Seeing as she's basically the creator of this world.
Oh, my God itself, okay? You're definitely speaking with someone important. I will say this when Jessica had the time to answer you back. The question is simple. Does she knows anyone can ever escape from my patron?
You notice a very sudden shift. He immediately kind of straightens up, and his head, it turns around and flips almost like an owl's.
Your patron is new to me. When I came here, I don't think your patron existed. That's a change that's happened since this journey started.
Oh, a new piece on the board. Interesting. That's a very interesting news. Thanks. And here you are. A little bit better, isn't it?
So, one of the things you notice while his head is turned like this, his eyes have turned completely purple as he speaks to you, and they softly glow. But as you finish saying that last line, it seems to go back to normal, and his posture slumps a little, but his head's still turned around.
Wait, what just happened? Why is my head on backwards? Awesome, I have to fix this.
And you see him grab his own head and kind of just snap it back around.
You know that trick? It's a little bit painful sometimes. Anyway, look, your clothes are being mended, and you can ruin them a little bit more now, if you want.
Oh, thank you. I've never actually tried to repair them. They've been like this for, let's see, I think I've had them for about 350 years. They've been torn like this the entire time. So, thank you.
Happy to help. And I need to do a roll here. Yes, I'm trying to restrain a part of myself. I will call it a willpower roll, but of course there is no willpower in Dungeons and Dragons. So, what do you prefer, a wisdom saving throw, or an intelligence one, or even a constitution?
Generally, it's wisdom when it's, like a mental willpower type thing. What
Yeah.
part are you trying to hold back?
The hunger that the patron put in me.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
definitely
this
a
guy
wisdom
holds-
save.
Yeah. This guy holds a lot of information, and is like a buffet in front of my patron eyes, and of course she acts through me. So
It'll be a wisdom save with a DC 21, because this is a very, very powerful hunger right now.
yeah. So lucky for me, I have a +9. Let's hope then I roll high enough,
Fingers crossed. No.
and I do not.
No, you
So-
did not.
Geraldine is alone with this person in the castle. Her hands are scratching the table like she started to rise up, and her mouth, her jaw started to kind of dislocate. There is a cracking sound, and it started to open up, and inside there is a row of teeth that were not there before. Almost like a circular series of row of these, like a lamprey, to latch on something and rip everything out to reach the bone. And she is towering over this guy, and unless he does something, she will lunge and push him down on the table.
Oh,
Ready
shit.
to
So he isn't even looking your way at this moment, and
Mhm.
completely unaware as you just pin him down to the table. And all you really get is kind of like this confusion from him, like, what are you doing?
And Geraldine eyes are pitch black. The blue is gone. The lights up there is no more. At this point, is just instant. And what her patron wants, and her patrons wants knowledge, and he has it. So the next thing is, I think for him, I don't know how we feel about it, but for many people, there is a lot of pain coming.
So, regardless of where you latch on, and the flesh gives surprisingly easily. Like, you can get to the bone with no effort and just tear this chunk out. And he doesn't seem to have a response to the pain, only the confusion of, why are you doing this?
There is a, unfortunately, when Geraldine is in this state, there is only one thing that can make her stop: knock her out, or something that will be said or did to give her a chance to snap out of it.
So, where would you have gone for this first bite? Like the head, the center of the back, head?
The head.
So that first chunk, when you pull away and you're kind of gulping down the first, you take like half of his brain matter with it, and that seems to have no effect on him either. But you have a near instant response to this consumption, and Thul'Vatra herself is now standing on the other side of him, looking down at both of you.
No, this isn't right. This can't be. There's nothing there. Nothing. No thoughts. No memories. There's nothing. This is a shell. A fake. Even that last one you gave me had something. I don't like this. Geraldine, stop now. Spit that back out. It is filth.
And Geraldine snapped back into herself, her eyes turned into her usual deep blue, and she realized what she was doing and recoil, like she's in horror, and she just spit and take chunks out of her mouth, and she just say, "I'm sorry," and she just ran out.
As you run out, you can feel, of course, Thul'Vatra's rage, but you can tell it's directed at the hermit and not necessarily you. And it's odd because she is always very composed. This is far, far outside of any type of reaction you've seen from her. And you feel her presence linger for a good 5 to 10 minutes before she kind of just goes back to where she normally is. And you're not sure what she's doing.
She's still around. I mean, I can still feel her presence, so that means the communication is still kind of on, or at least I think it is. So in the first 5 minutes, Geraldine is just running into the woods like a beast try to escape, stopping, at a certain point, just stopping against one of the tree, like almost crushing against it. And she just growl and scratch, and it's not furious frustration, and she just shout, "Only that things you promise, only that things, no, they're still alive. I promise you bones, I promise you knowledge. Don't make me kill without purpose, you bitch." And I scream into the night until I count down.
So, Geraldine, you're out there for close to an hour venting your frustration, screaming, and you don't get anything from Thul'Vatra in that time, but eventually you do hear some soft footsteps crunching in the snow coming towards you.
I immediately turn and, almost like I have blade for fingers, like just do this movement with my hand, like I'm ready to crush the hell out of everything that is coming. And there is, the thing is, Geraldine cannot cry because that doesn't work anymore, but there is a little bit of like this black ichor down her face right now.
It's okay, Geraldine. When I first started traveling with everyone, they wanted me dead too. I'd guess for different reasons, probably. But it's okay. I'm fine. Do you want to talk about it?
Geraldine just stare at him for quite a long time. My hand start to relax down. I try not to, crouching down like my usual, and I just nod politely and invite him to sit down.
Thul'Vatra, she decided to have a little bit of a conversation with me. I'm technically not alive. I'm not really dead. I'm also not undead. I'm something different. Something that I don't think words really exist for.
I can think of something. Let's not, just stay on that topic. Please carry on.
When she started talking to me and kind of telling me, like why you were doing it, and she kept the details kind of brief about your deal between the two of you. But honestly, for a moment, I kind of had the hope that maybe there were some answers. I'm actually kind of disappointed there weren't.
It's unfortunate. I'm just glad that it didn't hurt at this point. I am apologizing if it wasn't clear.
No, I get it. There's nothing to apologize for. There's a lot of things in this world, and things we can control, things that we can't. Everyone in the group, Nick was the first one to actually kind of treat me like a friend. That's one of the first things he kind of beat into this old head of mine. You just have to do what you can and what you think is right, and cherish the good times and learn from the bad ones.
Yes, for sure. That is wise. Now, if everything is okay here, and I gesture to the two of us, I would like to be alone if you don't mind.
Of course. And if you ever do want to talk about anything, I'm here, at least for now. I think my journey down the Highroad is getting close to an end.
Really? And now you pique my curiosity. Why you think so?
It's just a feeling I have, nothing else.
End is near. I crack my neck. I can promise you this. I'm not going to consume you when the moment will allow me to. My patron already decided you are not worth it. But that's not the reason I say this, if it makes sense.
I think I get it, but I'll leave you alone. I should probably go take care of Twilight. She's going to have a hell of a hangover tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good night.
So when he stands back up from sitting, he kind of gently puts a hand on your shoulder before he starts to walk back to the fortress.
I just, even if the contact was brief, Geraldine will touch her shoulder, because every time someone's touching her or she's touching someone, there is a warm, something she doesn't feel anymore. So she's kind of staring at her shoulder where she's been briefly touched and just stay there in the cold night until it's time for everyone to come back and wake up. So she have a task: prepare everyone's breakfast.
Okay, so morning comes too. Twilight is still definitely unconscious at the moment. Rath, Tempest, the two of you had a chance to kind of get up, do your morning sparring if you choose before going back to the instant fortress.
Please.
So when you get back, you can smell whatever Geraldine's cooking, and since you didn't eat before bed and have sparred some, you're definitely hungry.
Breakfast smells delicious this morning.
Food.
With a kind of the best gently bubbly voice that she can try to do, that sounds even weirder than usual, Geraldine would say, "Breakfast is almost ready. Come in." And put a big, plate with a lot of food in front of the both of you. I look at both of you with, just big eye, a big smile. Eat.
Thank you. Twilight's still in bed.
She tried something foolish yesterday. I think you already know. She wanted to beat me on a drinking contest.
Oh, right.
Oh, so she may or may not be dead.
Oh no, she's
think the
still
hermit
alive. She's still alive.
Speaking of
But
which-
does it make it? Is this the third or fourth time she's done this now?
Third, maybe? I'm not sure.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Look around. Pius is still out of commission.
You guys probably. I think
Yeah,
Rath,
he is.
your passive perception, Rath, is quite high, if I remember correctly, right?
19.
Yeah. So, Jess, can I assume that Rath will see that I patch the clothes of this poor guy?
So, Geraldine, you take note. The clothes seem to be exactly like they were before you started patching them up.
Okay, yeah, Geraldine will definitely notice that, and she will be a little bit. There is a little bit of a disappointed expression on her face, but it just quickly goes away.
Is everything okay, Geraldine?
Yeah, just doing some work for nothing. Sometimes happens.
I hate to say it, but we tend to do a lot of that around here. You'll get used to it.
I have a quick question, because if I understand correctly, this is your keep, guys, right?
Yeah. I mean, we purchased it, so I guess that makes it ours.
Can I? There's a corner there for a little altar.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Place could do with some sprucing up. I don't know if it'll stay whenever it shrinks, though.
Can just try.
Sure.
At least somebody decorates their spot.
Well, you know, like I said, I don't know if it'll stay when it shrinks. That's why I haven't bothered getting furniture for it.
Oh, what do you guys think would happen if you tried to shrink it while I was still in it? I don't want to try now.
Wait, didn't we try that? Didn't it just shoot someone out?
I don't remember.
We can try it. I'm perfectly willing to do that.
I mean,
Oh,
have we
I
been carrying the
almost
captain,
forgot.
or have we been leaving him in here?
No, we've been
No.
carrying him on the flying carpet.
So,
True.
everyone, I think we need to make a little bit of a detour before we continue down the road. A friend came and spoke with me last night.
Is there more to that statement?
Yes, so there's something to the south of here. Apparently a creature burdened with madness, an unbearable pain. It's, this friend of mine is interested in it and would like us to go check it out.
When he
we
says
talking-
this, Geraldine, he kind of turns towards you and you see him kind of give a wink to you.
Yeah, and Geraldine has a kind of a strange, shiver down her spine, and she doesn't have those didn't have those in 20 years, so that's weird. And she just nod and smile.
Is this a mutual friend, then?
Not exactly. In a sense, though, yes, a mutual friend.
Rath is looking between the two of you. Does he feel like he can trust this?
Give me an insight check.
I can't count. 21.
21. You trust that there's no ill intent, but you're pretty sure that you're about to deal with something extremely dangerous if you go.
He kind of lets out a sigh and his shoulders kind of drop a little bit. And, all right, well, it's a danger to the road, so we have to go anyway, right?
I mean, does it really need to? Apparently it does, so yes, Rath.
Is there anything else either of you know about this thing? Something we might need to be aware of?
Unfortunately, I cannot tell you more. I wish I could. And when I say this, I'm looking directly at you, Rath. Oh, sorry, words escape.
You're looking at the hermit?
Yes.
Well, I guess there's not a lot of information on what's there. But apparently its madness is saturated the cave that it's in. So we should be prepared to stave off those effects.
I don't think you have it.
We get into these situations a lot.
These days were so nice. And now we're going back underground.
Well, we shouldn't waste too much time then. How far away do you think it is?
Oh, hold on. Let me pull up my information real quick. It's got to reload because I haven't been on it all night.
We got a long rest, by the way.
Yes,
completed
yes, you
or
got
are
your
we on
long
the
rest. Your completed long rest. Everybody's got their hit points back, their spell slots back, all of their abilities back. Twilight, this is about the point where you're waking up. You still have a bit of a headache, of course. And your mouth feels very dry and scratchy and itchy. And the hermit is answering you, Rath.
It's about a day's travel, so it's a bit of a trek.
And it's taking us away from the road?
Yes, we're going to be heading south, just slightly southeast. The road's heading northeast at the moment, so...
We should probably leave the fortress here for Captain. That way we don't have to bring him into whatever dangers we're going in. Take the trek on foot. Twilight, do you still have that house of cards?
Wait, what's happening? My head hurts so bad. And, did I win? Because I woke up with money in my pocket.
Oh, yes, Twilight. You kind of win.
I won? Wow, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. Never.
It's always first time for something.
Where are we going? What are we doing? How come we're doing this? And, where happened to you two last night?
Took a mini vacation. Just wanted to get away for a night.
Ah, I see. You get her, fella.
Sounds like you all had an interesting night
We
too,
just
I'm
have some
sure.
coffee and then let's go wherever we're gonna go.
Go and take care of some more evil.
What?
What?
Wait, we're playing what? Why
Somewhere
are we
we have
taking
to
care
go.
of more evil?
It's your job.
Okay, I guess. Well, okay. Coffee?
Coffee it is.
She's gonna summon Patches because she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Do you have that house of cards or no, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
some cards. Patches!
Yes? What can I do for you, Twilight?
I need some coffee, like now. And whatever you gave me, I love it. I need some more of this shit.
How much coffee were you thinking? What blend? What bean? Did you want a mocha? Do you want frappuccino, an espresso? It's quite the wide range you've given me to choose from.
Vente, and make it very well blended. And, no ice. Mocha latte with a little bit of whipped cream on it. And, I think we're calling it good. And make it as strong as possible because my hand hurts.
So you see him reach down behind the counter again, but this time you all kind of see the counter form as he literally pulls up like an espresso machine, a modern one. He starts making the coffee before, holding it out for you to take. He hasn't told you how much though.
Twilight is definitely going to be paying attention to this, like every single detail. So 'cause she wants to learn how to draw something like that. She's never really seen anything like that before. She's really intrigued.
You watch him, but you're pretty sure there's no way you could paint it just because you don't know how the internal mechanisms work.
Right.
But he holds out the coffee for you to take. Hasn't mentioned the price yet.
She doesn't care. She just throws him 100. That's my winnings from last night.
So, with your decision of giving him 100 for it, we are going to remove 100 from your inventory. You have chosen to pay an excessive amount. And this time, he's not resisting it. Normally, he does. He's like, no, fair trade. I don't want to take extra payment. But this time, he fully accepts it.
That's why. Because you want it.
And Rath, you do remember a small detail about like the things he can make and produce. They have to be something that exists in the world, which means somewhere in all of Maluviette, someone has actually devised an espresso machine and actually built one.
Good lord. The links people will go to say niche.
Was that referred to me? I didn't get it.
It's okay. One day you will.
I mean, that was pretty cool though, right? What can he do with a kitchen?
Is there anything we should
This morning
do
was
to
so
prepare?
peaceful.
Wasn't it? This coffee's fucking
Only
badass.
take what we need.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What about Pius, though? Should we leave him here or prep him to come with?
He's usually only out for a couple of days. Pius! We'll walk over to him. I'll wave my hand out. Hey, we're leaving. Are you coming or not?
You don't get any response.
Should probably leave him. I want to take a chance.
Oh, come on, let's take him with us.
Then you're carrying him.
Okay.
Okay,
We can always leave a message of where we're going.
it's true.
He'll come too.
Or even
But we are going to lose the powerhouse.
Finn. Are you coming or are you staying?
Oh, I'm definitely coming. I'm interested myself in what we're going to learn there.
We'll just leave a note then.
And Twilight's gonna try picking him up, and she knows she's not gonna be able to do it, but she's gonna still try.
As you touch him, there is a reaction. His lights starting up near his head, the color changes shooting down his body, going from a blue to a yellow.
Oh shit! She backs away and she says, "Okay, this is a bad idea."
Ah, I see it is my time to shine. How do you all need my assistance? How can I help?
Did you want to come with us?
We're going on a trek.
Sounds like an exciting journey. Other monsters to slay, evil to be defeated. I do pride myself on my capability with the blade.
Rath looks to Geraldine. Maybe?
You ask for my permission?
I'll let the guy come.
Please come.
I would say yes. He can definitely come. I don't think I know this version of Pius.
Ah, you're right. I haven't introduced myself, have I? My Pius barely even knows who I am. You can call me Slayer.
Yep, he's coming.
Will you help us slay the evil thing that we're about ready to fight?
Point me in the right direction, and my blade will cut through anything.
It's off the high road, I think, right? From what I kind of
It's
tell,
a little bit away. But yes, it is off the high road.
I knew it.
Then let us be off, friends. The sooner we get there, the sooner my thirst for battle shall be satiated.
Right. Rath will extend an arm and Calm climbs out and flies over and lands next to Captain. I'll just leave him here then. Let me know if you need us to come back, yeah?
Wait, let me feed my cat before we go.
Come, nods, understanding the message.
She just opens up a can and just gives it to him, and then let's go.
Same old, same old. Are we ready?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else we might need to do.
Did the coffee actually help my headache?
Not really. You can tell that you probably need water more than coffee. It helps settle your stomach, though.
So she's just kind of moving, but she's moving really, really slowly because of her headache.
Oh boy.
Gonna be a long trip.
Yep. Twilight, if you end up feeling sick to your stomach, make sure you point it at the enemy.
That's a great idea.
That should buy us some time to think of what to do after they get her.
Plus, they might be blinded or poisoned.
Oh, bonus.
So, it's about 9 a.m. when you leave camp, and you travel for about 6 hours without any type of interference. No monsters, no nasties. The terrain shifts, and about 4 hours in, there's not really any trees around. It's just rock and snow at this point. And at the 6-hour mark, you start to feel that madness radiating from not too far in the distance, but out of your line of sight.
Say that last little bit of it again.
You can feel the madness emanating from its source. It's not within your line of sight, but it's also not a terribly far distance away.
Okay, so we're actually feeling something because we're getting closer to it. Okay.
Yes.
Steal yourselves.
It's about 3 p.m.
I thought we were feeling something because we were leaving it, so my bad.
We still have daylight if we want to go in now.
We need to
Probably.
see what we're up
Let's
against.
wait till dark.
I'd rather not.
That's a horrible idea.
Well, you guys said it. Well, do we want to wait till daylight or dark? I vote dark. Geraldine, what do you vote for? Dark or light?
Does darkness make those creatures stronger?
I'm
I
not
don't
about
think
it.
so. If they're tied to the madness, then it likely. Well, I don't know. I think we should get a look at what we're dealing with before we make any more decisions.
Let's explore a little bit. No, rush into danger.
Quietly.
So it takes about a half an hour until you finally see the opening of the cave. It's about 10 foot in height and about 5 foot wide, enough for all of you to be able to basically go single file without squeezing. But you could stand shoulder to shoulder if you wanted to really walk side by side with anybody. And you can see at the edge of it, just coming out a few inches, there's this purple mist.
I vote shoulder to shoulder, and I'm going with Slayer.
I think Tempest and I should take the front. Stay in the back in case you can help anyone with your magic, or Slayer. Sorry.
Yeah, please stay in the middle at this point.
I should probably correct you. I have no magic.
Ah,
Fuck.
gotcha. You're in the front with us then.
Really?
No, Twilight, stand by Geraldine. But first, let's see what this does to us, if anything. I'm gonna go over to the mist. I'm gonna put my face, not like in it, but close to it, and just sniff a few times.
So unlike a normal mist, the motion of that air doesn't seem to move it. And you don't actually get any type of smell from it, but you do kind of have this dark thought that just kind of comes in your head and then disappears, that maybe the world would be better off without you.
That's
Steps
what we
back.
all. Is that only for Rath or everybody?
Yes, only for Rath.
I think there's any way around it.
We're gonna have to push through.
Is this mist everywhere or mostly at the ground?
It rises up to about 5 feet from the ground. So, what would that? So it comes up to just a little bit around like the middle of most everyone's chest. Geraldine, you've got a lot of height above it, though.
Yeah, plus I can actually walk on the walls. So if I don't want to, I can just be on the side and crawling on the ceiling or the wall like a spider. But because everyone is in it, I will be in it.
Rath,
I'll go first. And Rath sighs and steps forward into it.
roll a wisdom save. DC 15.
Tempest will be right behind.
25.
Oh, my bad, not DC 15. I just reactionally said that. It's a DC 10, so you're good. You're more than good. As you do feel that same kind of negativity in your mind, but you're able to still brush it off easily enough. And I need a wisdom save from each of you, DC 10, as you first enter the mist.
Definitely not my night for the rolls. 9.
Oh no! Dice want to tell a different story.
Yeah, for sure. An interesting one. When I devour each one of you.
So, Geraldine, you're
Mhm.
Tempest, roll me a d20 real quick while I explain what happens with Geraldine. You immediately start to see from another person's perspective. Someone noticeably shorter than you, in fact. And you're looking out through these bars of a cage. And it's only maybe like 3 feet from the ground that your perspective is coming from. As this elven man and woman, the man's got noticeably sharp and protruding canines, and the two of them are both looking down at you with this kind of disgust. And the man speaks.
If you're going to act like a beast, then we'll treat you like a beast. Until you calm down, you will stay in that cage.
And you feel this overwhelming sense of worthlessness before you come back to, and you're looking through your own eyes again.
I look around. Doesn't seem that anyone has this kind of vision except me. Geraldine will actually ask, guys, I think I just had some kind of vision here. And I quickly describe what I saw.
It's an illusion. It's this place trying to get to you. It's not real.
You say so. I believe you, Rath.
Rath reaches into his pouch and takes out a hope fragment and holds it out. This should help.
Rath, you do feel kind of a sense of calm, and the negative feelings that you've been pushing back for just a few seconds at this point, you don't feel them anymore. Everyone else, though, you don't notice any difference when he pulls it out.
I was handing it over to Geraldine.
She will reluctantly take it. Are you sure?
I'm sure. It's better that we all get through this than worry about one stone.
She will just nod. Let's go.
Right. So it doesn't take long before you get deep enough in this tunnel that you're following. Just a couple of minutes, and you no longer have light from the outside. It is dark here, with no light. I believe everybody has dark vision, except maybe Twilight.
Let me double check. I think so.
I also have blind sight up to 20 feet.
I think I do have that.
You're right. That was part of your angelic lineage. You're right. You have dark vision to 120 feet.
Right.
So you all can still see because of the dark vision, but everything's in shades of gray. And it does, at some points, as the tunnel kind of curves slightly, it does get a little hard sometimes to see exactly where you should be stepping, but you're able to navigate easily enough until about a half an hour in. You've walked a good mile and a half into this tunnel when you come across a cavern opening, and you can see in front of you that on the left side and on the right side, there's 2 tunnels each. And straight forward just dead ends into a wall. So there's 4 separate tunnels. And you all hear this whisper of a voice in your ears. Where is it? There it is.
That's what we hear.
No.
Where is it? There it is.
A Life of Misery. A story in
my God,
5 parts. 5 paths to truth.
Oh, shit.
My torment must be ended.
Did you all catch it?
Sorry, I was talking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys heard
Life
that?
of Misery, a story in 5 parts, 5 paths to choose. My torment must be ended.
Yes.
5 paths to truth.
Pass to truth, not to choose. Okay. Geraldine will look around. Everyone heard that, right?
You cut out at the end of that. What was it?
Everyone hear that, right?
I did.
We are dealing with entities here. Let's go.
So you all see 4 paths that you can choose to take. 2 on the left, 2 on the right.
Okay.
The voice said 5. Rath will move in between the middle paths and touch the wall there.
As you approach the wall, you do notice, because of the blind sight, it seems to bounce back that magical sonar a little bit differently than the rest of the walls. But as you go to put your hand on it, it does just go through.
Oh, yeah. The voice was right. There's 5.
I'm taking number 5. Let's do this.
Yeah. The question is now if the voice want to help us or no.
The last part, my torment must be ended. It sounds like they want our help.
Remind you that the last person they wanted ended is torment. Trapped us in a time loop trying to kill bias. Yes, we should help.
Regardless, we don't lower our guard. With this madness here, we don't know what we're going to walk into.
How big are each of the pathways out?
So the 4 tunnels, the 2 on each side, they're each about 10 feet wide and about 15 feet tall. This one in the center, you don't have a firm grasp of just how big it is.
Touching,
The
I find one
illusion
side.
magic
And,
is kind of breaking it.
yeah, I touch one side of the door frame or whatever it would be, tunnel entrance, and I just reach as far as I can. I don't touch anything. Right?
So you get your one arm out to the side, and it's extended a little bit away from you. As you go to reach to the other side, your hand stops a little bit sooner. the path only seems to be wide enough for one person to fit. It's not quite a squeeze, but there's not any extra space for you on either side if you were to walk down it.
Well, this one's smaller.
Want me to go?
Can, if y'all want to.
I do.
Said-
I do.
The story in 5 parts. We'll probably have to traverse each of these paths.
Let's see. There's 5 of us or 6 of us. 5 of us.
5 with Slayer.
Each one of us take a path.
That feels dangerous.
You
We're
already
here
hear
to
a
place of
voice.
madness.
You hear a voice that, other than Geraldine, you've heard this voice before. You've heard this voice before Maluviette actually started. You know that it's my voice.
As the old saying goes, don't split the party.
Okay.
Geraldine is pondering, and like you said, Rath, probably we'll need to do one at a time, so let's start with this one.
You're the one who brought us here. Lead the way.
Okay, and Geraldine will move in front of everyone and put her hand on the handle of her rapier and just walk in, crouching in, try to fit in. She's used to those closest space, so it's not a problem, but it's definitely cramming her down.
Yeah, as you come out the other side of the illusory wall, you can see the area, and you know that if you were crouching, you probably would have smacked your head on the top. The cave is just a little bit shorter than you. Probably, I'd say, like 10 centimeters too short for you to stand up in.
So I'm just punching down and using the wall to help me to move through, and I just double check my dark vision is 60 feet, so I will proceed in that way.
Okay. What is the marching
Rath
order
is-
since we're single file?
I'm in front, apparently.
I'll go next if no one else does, but before he goes, Rath kind of catches Tempest's wrist. Don't go far from me, yeah?
I won't. I'm going to be right behind you all the way.
Alright, so Rath, Tempest next.
Slayer kind of pats you on the back, Twilight, or pushing you to go ahead of him.
She cautiously looks back and says, "Are you going to be right behind me?"
So the Slayer doesn't respond, but the Hermit,
Yes, I'll be right behind you, and Slayer can be behind me.
Okay.
as you continue down this path, it's very straight. There's almost no curves. It seems like it was carved out, just not like professionally by humans. There wasn't any type of tools involved, almost like it was manually carved out with like bare hands almost. After about 15 minutes though, you do finally come up to a space where it opens into a cavern about 50 feet from where you are to the opposite end, and it's about 25 feet wide, and it's about 20 feet tall too. There are these iron bars that look rusted over, going from the floor to the ceiling, and also from one wall to the other, like an ancient prison was built here. And you can see behind the bars is this hulking bear-like figure. It's about 4 times the size of a normal bear.
And he's behind the bar.
Yes, it's on the other side of the bars from all of you.
Did you say a bear?
Now we can spread out a little bit. There's only for the single files, right?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay, so I crouch down to speak with Rath. Do you think this is the beast?
Probably not that easy. We'll see though.
Also, I mean, if this is the beast, he's already imprisoned, so maybe there's something else here. You look around suspiciously.
You don't notice anything
Do you
else, anything out of the ordinary.
Maybe wake it up.
This is strange.
Wake him up or call his attention. It's behind bars. Shouldn't be a problem.
What is it exactly that's behind bars?
It is a
This massive-
bear-like figure that's nearly 4
Bear-like.
times the size of a normal bear.
BEAR, right?
BEAR, yes.
Okay, I thought you said deer.
It's Eikthyr.
The biggest pint in your life.
Yeah. I can try animal handling on it if you want me to. Or speak with animals.
Let's speak with it.
As good of
Okay.
an idea as I have right now.
She takes a big gulp, like, okay, let's see if I can do this correctly. So she can she actually get into the cage, or?
No, the bars are not that far apart. There's only a few inches gap between each bar, both vertically and horizontally.
Well, except for a door, there is no actual.
She's gonna
Chance
turn into a little fly, and then she's going to get in there, and then she's gonna try peacefully trying to speak with it.
Did you say fly in there?
Yeah, she's gonna fly in there like a little fly, and then
Okay.
in between the bars.
So you're going to wild shape into a fly, go through the bars, change back, and try to speak to it?
Mm-hmm.
You know you can
But-
speak to it from outside the bars, right? Oh,
Okay,
shit,
I
she's a
got
fly.
it.
You know what? She'll figure it out.
It's a bad idea.
With Twilight, it always is.
What do you say to this figure?
So she gets into like human form, and she just kind of sits down and slowly brushes the paw, like letting the bear know that she's not there to harm it. And then she speaks to the animal and she says, "It's okay. Everything is okay. I was wondering if you were in need of help. Please don't eat me. I'm okay. This is like, I'm just trying to help you."
Cutting you off there. So, as you were saying this and touching it, the figure stirs. Its head kind of tilts and turns towards you until its neck is at a 90-degree angle, or its head is at a 90-degree angle from its body.
You can't be here. Danger. Must leave now.
She takes the warning sign and she turns back into a fly and gets out of the cage. But she is still trying to continue to talk to it.
As you back up from the cage and it finishes kind of moving, it stands up on two hind legs. And because most of you, at least, have seen a werewolf at the very least, you do recognize it seems to almost be Lycan's hybrid form, but not a wolf, a bear instead. And you can see that one eye is glowing this deep purple, while the other one is flickering between purple and black. And it seems to almost be fighting itself as it starts to approach the bars of its prison, trying to fight back this urge to just start tearing at it with its claws.
Twilight gives it a hope fragment. Like, Twilight kind of gets out of her bag and pulls out a hope fragment.
Meaning you have no intention of moving your hand as its claws come down.
So the bars are like this. My hands are, it's like, they're not inside, but they're
So the hope fragment is the only thing going through the bars then?
No, it's like longitude-wise. So the bars are up and down. The hope fragment is like longitude of the bars. So it's making a T.
Perpendicular is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And yes, but is the hope fragment the only thing you put through the bars? Or does your hand go through?
Just the torment. Or the hope fragment.
That is the wrong channel. I believe a 34 hits as you take 15 slashing damage as it goes to drive its claws down through whatever gap it can at your hand and slashes into your palm.
Anybody else want to try? I'd like pick up the hope fragment.
Did we understand whenever it talked?
Yes, you did. It was speaking in common.
Are you the one who told the prophecy when we walked in here?
It seems to try to respond, but all that comes out is this kind of gurgled mess of syllables. No coherent words actually come out. As the voice shifts between that girl-like voice and the more evil demonic voice. And I need you all to roll another wisdom save. The DC is 11 this time.
Oh, spicy.
Geraldine, are you still holding the hope fragment?
Yes.
You have advantage, and Twilight, you don't need the advantage. You passed on the first roll.
I was just double checking my so 17 plus 5.
22.
20.
All right. And Rath, what'd you get?
22.
You all pass. As you feel this kind of anger start to well up inside, but you take a breath and just calm down. There's no explosion of madness outwards. There's no push of it. It just feels like the time progressing inside of this mist is causing this reaction.
Geraldine will share this idea with the rest of the team. More time we spend in here, more these things trying to bend our minds. I just wonder if that's what's happened to this person.
If it was trapped in here with the source of this, then it's probably right on point.
It had no choice. It wasn't just a prisoner.
Should probably look down those other tunnels and see if there's any clue as to how to free this person. Bear thing.
You're right. We need to clear this madness up.
So let's
That's a
find the
start.
source.
We'll be back. Good luck.
We'll get this figured out.
You just hear it let out this guttural roar as it starts to slam its claws into the bars.
I think we'll head back out that tunnel.
Okay, back at the crossroads. Which tunnel do you choose to go through? From left to right, we'll just go A, B, C, D.
What do y'all think?
Let's just take them in order.
Whose order? I read left to right. Some people read right to left.
Let's go backwards.
Wait, normal people don't do right to left?
There's a helpless animal down there. I don't care which one. Let's hurry and go.
Left to right seems the common opinion on the matter.
Also, helpless animal might not be a proper description, Twilight.
Imprisoned, maybe? Cursed? There's a bunch of words you could probably use.
Cursed would be better. I mean, who's to say these weren't people at one point or another?
Sure.
I mean, look at me, for example.
What?
I turn into a fluffy creature, but I'm still human.
That is true. I mean, I turn into fluffy creatures and things, but I think it's a bear.
Come on, let's go down the next tunnel.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
All right, Good. You travel down the tunnel for about 10 minutes. And when you come into the next area that opens up, you don't walk into a cavern. You walk into a room. It's a cozy little study. There's a desk at the back beneath a window. And you can see out the window that it looks over a meadow in the middle of the forest. The desk has pencils and papers all over it. Mostly they seem to be pieces of drawn art. There are also several bookcases filled from one end to the other with books on painting and art, the history of art, how to do certain styles of artwork.
Twilight isn't.
It's covered with everything from sculpting to charcoal painting. It has things on all forms of non-performative arts. On one side of the room, there's a large easel with a blank canvas on it. And next to it is a small stand with various pots of paint with brushes in them. In one of the corners, you can see a curtain, like a movable curtain that's kind of posted up, a catty corner to it, almost like it's hiding something behind it in the corner.
Twilight's gonna do detect magic, just to see if she can find some more of the magical paint.
First, scammer alert, banned. You throw your detect magic, and you need to make a wisdom save. You pass, but as the spell goes off and you start to detect the magic, this entire area is just saturated with magic. From one wall to the other, it's filling every little crevice and space that isn't occupied by something else. You lose track of everything around you because it's overwhelming with how much magic is in the room.
You say that there is a canvas that is empty, right?
Yes, it is a blank canvas.
And there is anything that resembles something that can be a model, like objects or a statue or anything that is being put in front of the canvas for to be painted, or maybe the canvas is facing the window or another things.
So it seems to be like if someone were to sit at it, they would be kind of facing an almost empty corner. There's nothing on the other side that could act as a model for painting.
Okay, for now I will just start to observe what we have here, what is on the tables and etc. To even just to get a glimpse of a clue. And I will also tell the people, always mention path, 5 of them. I just wonder if those are memories. We are definitely not in the middle of a meadow, right? Looking at the image up side of the window.
Story in 5 parts. Stories are usually told after you experience them. Could be. He said there was, I'm sorry, I didn't catch the description too well, something that looked like it was covering a space.
There's a movable curtain in one of the corners. It's not like pressed flat against the wall. It's catty corner from one wall to the other, leaving a gap between it and the actual corner. The curtain is drawn so you can't see what's on the other side.
Moving up close to that, do I get a sense of anything with blind sight? Or is
No.
the curtain too thick?
The curtain is too thick.
Draw the curtain then.
You see behind it, it's a cage about 3 feet tall. It takes up almost that entire space. It's got one side pressed against one wall and one side pressed against the other. Geraldine, you said you were looking across all the things on the desk?
Yeah.
As you start to touch them and pick them up and look at them, you all see the figure of an elven woman kind of materialize next to the desk, talking to a young elven girl. Now, honey, we've talked about this. Our family are artists. You can't become something like a knight. That's so brutish, so garish of a profession. We are people of class. And then the scene, the 2 figures fade out again.
Do you think that'll happen when we touch anything?
Go ahead.
So the woman is the one to speak. The girl didn't, right?
Correct.
Because I was
and
wondering.
Geraldine, you recognize the elven woman. It's the one you saw in that vision when you first entered the tunnel.
Yeah, I was going to ask you exactly that. Okay, I report that to the other. In my original one, there was also, I can assume they were vampires, or...
They looked like normal elven people. The canines could. Yeah, they have long canines, but their skin didn't have that kind of paleness of a vampire or undead. It was more like an elven paleness.
And we also had a werebear in the other room, so maybe they're were creature more than actual. I'm just too many hypotheses. Okay, so as soon as we touch something, this shows up. Geraldine will move and gently try to see what's behind the curtain at this point.
So Rath already pulled back the curtain and had just seen
Sorry,
the
you're
cage. At the same time you move the papers and that scene played out. So as you turn, Rath is standing next to this cage at the moment.
And it's empty.
Sorry, please.
The cage is empty.
Yes, the cage is empty.
What were you saying, Geraldine?
I was wonder if his family, let's say, was afflicted by some kind of curse, and the cage was a necessary evil.
Makes the most sense to me. I am curious though, and I'll set my hand down on top of the cage, see if anything happens.
As you put your hand on the cage, the figure forms inside of it, the same little girl that was being spoken to before. And kind of on the other side of you, the figure of an elven man with those extended canines appears.
How many times do we have to tell you you can't act like that? We are shifters, and because of that, people fear us. We are descendants of Lycans. They will kill us. You cannot act like an animal. Until you learn to behave, you will stay in that cage.
And then the two disappear.
Twilight's gonna go over to the easel, and she's just gonna put her hand on it and see what she can come up with that.
When you touch it, the figure of the woman appears sitting in the stool next to it, and you do see something form on the other side that would act as a model. It's this kind of just like a bowl of fruit, a cornucopia. That's what I was looking for. It's a cornucopia with various fruits in it, and she seems to be painting in watercolors, the little girl next to her. And she's kind of just telling her, like explaining the beauty in art and being able to capture its essence, almost like this lesson in elegance and being of a finer breed, and explaining that that's how they need to behave. One can't simply be a brute. The scene fades, though, as she kind of goes silent and the little girl's just standing there.
So, to recap a little bit, we have what we know. The little girl is the one that's sending us messages, for sure. He's a member of, a family of Lycans, as is being confirmed. Probably we're there by what the look of what we found. And I keep trying to get to some of the words that have been told me the night before and now, and this morning when we get to decide to do this mission, that this was kind of implied to be connected to Thul'Vatra in some kind of way. So part of me is really perplexed, and at the same time is trying to push this away just to focus on what we need to find. At the moment is the source of this madness. So I will tell the other, maybe we should carry on with the research in terms of stories. This is just a little piece of the puzzles.
Here's what I think. I think Tempest is quite accurate. I think the bear in the cage is this little girl.
I will agree with that, with both of you. Unfortunately, we don't have a proof yet.
We need to gather more pieces of the story. But
I
I
do
think
wanna
we are
come back-
leading down something.
I do want to come back to this room before we leave.
We'll see how things play out.
You said there was a bookshelf, Jess?
Yes, there are a couple of bookshelves.
As they're having this conversation, Rath is running his finger along the spines of all the books, just trying to get a read on what the general topics would be if they had a bunch of horticulture books or something.
It's all things involving art, sculpting, weaving, pottery, painting, drawing. It's the history of, it's how to, do it in specific styles or types, how to work with different clays, that sort of thing, mostly. But as you run your finger along one of the spines, another scene forms again. This time, it's not like a little elven girl. She looks like she's maybe like 13, 14 this time, but you can tell it's the same girl. And another elven woman, a different one from what you've seen so far. She seems to be some type of tutor, and she's chastising the girl for wanting to play with the boys, like, sports, or when they play night out in there. And she's a fine young lady. She shouldn't be interested in those sorts of things. She needs to keep her dresses clean, and that she needs to act with class and elegance and stop being so brutish, in a manner of speaking.
Don't be boyish, don't be a tomboy, be a lady, stuff like this.
Yes.
So, repressed child goes crazy. Is there anything we missed in here, you think? I feel like there should be some...
The paper
Paper
and
what?
the pencils on the desk. Twilight.
That was the first one. That's what Geraldine touched for the first scene.
I'm sorry.
I'm starting to think, though, in her search for freedom, she discovered madness, and it destroyed this place.
Yeah.
Will not be surprised. We should maybe move forward and see what is the next piece of the puzzle.
I agree.
Yeah.
As you all turn and begin to leave, in Tempest, something just kind of halts your step for a moment, and you end up at the back as everyone else is kind of entering the tunnel again, and you feel this almost bony hand on your shoulder.
God, I was in the wrong voice that whole time. Jesus. You feel this bony hand on your shoulder that, in this whisper in your ear. Geraldine, you feel the presence and you hear the words too. Let me scroll up to where the words are.
You know, this may be Geraldine's mission, but there can be rewards in it for you too. I think I have some information that you might want involving the Maluviette, the amygdala, and perhaps about that mutant that destroyed the Kraken's bane.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Damn.
Ooh.
That.
So we will be back next week with the chance for Tempest to respond to Thul'Vatra that's whispering promises in her ear. So we'll see you next week, everybody. And as always, I love you. Bye-bye, Kupo.